Hi everyone, welcome to another one of my videos where we look at practical chess positions. In this video, we're going to be looking at a puzzle from Jacob Aagaard's book, Strategic Play, Grandmaster Preparation. This is a series of books he has, and they're all really good, especially for somebody like me, like any strong master level, expert level player and above. I mean, these are great because basically there's dozens and dozens of examples and puzzles that are not the type of puzzles you can find very easily. You can find lots of books on tactics where there's like 1,000 tactic puzzles, but it's very hard to find books with like good strategic, positional, themed puzzles. And he does a very good job of collecting these puzzles and putting them all in one place for me. The name of this chapter is Squares. So basically, we're thinking about how to, I guess, make some use of some squares in a position. And it's white to move. As always, I don't know the answer, so you guys should pause the video, try to solve it before you continue, and then when you're done, I will try to solve it as well. Alright, so hopefully you've unpaused it now and you have some ideas. So what's going on here? My first instinct in such a position is, especially since I know the concept is squares. First thing, I just want to talk about pattern recognition in chess. This position, this structure reminds me of a game between, I think it was like Korchnoi and somebody, in which case the black bishop was on d6, and white played a maneuver, knight d1 to e3 to c4. It has no real relevance in this position, but just want to point out that how pattern recognition works. I don't remember who he was playing, but I'm pretty sure Korchnoi was white in that game against somebody. In any case, my first instinct would be to just take the bishop and to look at this move and to try to figure out if it's good and to get this d5 square. So like if knight takes knight d5 followed by rook takes c7, that looks pretty good. So he's going to have to take with the pawn, and then we can go knight to d5, and the question is it worth the pawn? Somehow I'm just assuming that it is, but it's not super obvious because, he might, I don't know, he seems really cramped, right? Like, we could just go h3, and what's he going to do, for example? Like knight f6, we just go knight c7. If he can't move the knight, I'm not saying h3 is the best move, by the way. I'm just saying, like, even if we do that, the position just doesn't look so great for black. I don't know the best way to continue, but somehow this just looks good to me. Maybe even trade queens somehow, queen f5. But just somehow I feel like it's worth the pawn. That we should just take and go d6, and my instincts tell me this is worth a pawn. It's just queen g5. We can go and just rook c3. He just has hard trouble moving. Like anytime he does this, we can take and then take on d6. So that's going to be my answer. We'll see if it's right. Well, Houdini likes it. I turned on Houdini right away, and it was his first instinct, so probably I'm right. Yeah, this is what happened. So in the book it says bishop takes, queen takes d6. C takes knight to d5, queen d8 was played, and then he just played g3. And he says in the book rook c3 was more direct and also good for white. I wonder why g3 in particular. Doesn't really mention, but okay, he went h4. h6, queen e3, question mark, exclam. White seems to lose his grip around here and starts playing without a plan. For instance, he could have played queen b3 or rook c4. I don't need to look at the whole rest of this game, because that's kind of how I look at puzzles. I don't need to see the entire game to know that an operation made sense for us. I can just look at you can just look at the position and you can see that white is doing pretty well. You can turn on Houdini. It says white is just better. We're down a pawn, but look at this knight and look at this one. And you can just tell that the position is just very pleasant for white. So the idea is, yeah, we give up a pawn, but we get this beautiful square on d5. So thanks everyone for watching. And I will see you next time with another practical chess position. Bye-bye.